Hey everybody, this is Sunbound Fool, and I'm coming back at you with a video. First of all, I'd just like to apologize for the delay on the Keys series. It's still under production, but I'm coming at you with a little bit more of a serious topic today. So we all know that @Lane Fan Art, or Lust of the Wired, is a big name in our community, and he's been at the top for a while. And I think honestly we've all just kind of got accustomed to watching his videos and reacting to his content. And we haven't really paid attention to the quality of his content, what he's actually producing. I remember back in the day there was, I think it was Untitled Video 4 years ago, where he sticks out his tongue at the camera and he eats that SIM card. Or with the egg, some of the deleted videos. I think this is when we were really there for him in his content, and we were really enjoying his content. But lately, I'll find an example. Let's just start with an example. So recently, let's take a look at his newer videos. If Death Note characters had to split a check. This is one of his more recent videos, and just like everybody else, when I first saw it, I thought, I watched it through, I enjoyed it, I went about my day, but let's really think about it here. Let's stop and break it down. I've got some parts here. So, first of all, he's been using the basic watermark. The YouTube basic watermark that anyone can upload. And to get into the video, let's skip ahead a little bit. We get to them discussing things we all know, the kind of interaction that L and Kira would have in this situation. Well, Kira is debating with himself, should I offer to pay or should I not offer to pay? He's trying not to set off L, which makes sense. But his first intuition is to calculate the tip so that he can pay exactly half of the total in order to remain neutral, right? Like, that's obviously a lot of calculation. L would immediately see through that and suspect Kira. L offers to pay because L uses all the sugar at this establishment. When he's using all the sugar here, they have to buy more. Even though he pays for it, it's still an inconvenience. If you ever own a business, you know what I'm talking about. Kira then, hears this and thinks, crap. Okay, so he offers to pay and says, I'll pay. And then L says, what are you trying to bribe me? For what? Now, this is just a flaw, not in the characters, but in the writing, as at this point in the story, L would have no reason to suspect Kira. So why would he assume that he wants to pay as a bribe, when obviously two friends hanging out is culturally norm to try to pay for your friend? So this is where the story starts falling apart. Kira refuses to let him pay out of ego, which that is accurate. Unfortunately, for my point, that is a good part. That is the old Lane fan art showing through. And then he says, well, I have reward points I want to get. That's an inherently selfish act, wanting to pay the bills so that you can accrue the reward points. He didn't even ask this. L just said that he used all the sugar at this cafe or whatever. So obviously he probably has his own reward points. So that's an inherently selfish act. I think that there wouldn't be a debate of minds. The Kira here would be instantly exposed. So, that's just another example of the writing falling through. The old Lust would never have done that. I could give examples. Okay, let's move on to another thing to show his content. The YouTube, don't recommend this. Poo poo pee pee rap, cry emoji. This is another one of his newer videos. This goes back to like his informative videos. He starts with instructions on his prompt, but then he starts with, I write a lot of funny pee pee poo poo raps. Where? If we look at any of Lane Fan Art's pages for this kind of stuff, there's none. We have the Layer Zero album, Desiderium Luxray, and then we have the Haunted Content MP. There is no pee pee poo poo raps. I don't know if this is some of the underground stuff on the Facebook pages that maybe we just don't have access to, or regardless, why taunt us who have not gotten any of this content with the fact that there's multiple poo poo pee pee raps that he's been making, funny pee pee poo poo raps that he's been making, and they're not available on any platform that I can find. And I mean, maybe they're there, but if you have to go digging so deeply for the content, I feel like the point is made. I don't know. I'm not trying to start anything. We all still, I love his content. I'll probably keep watching Lust of the Wired, even though I'm just hoping that something improves, that something changes. But yeah, I appreciate you guys listening. I'm sorry if this is a little bit too personal or dramatic. It's just, I really hate seeing the greats of YouTube falling off. And that's something that matters to me. So I hope everyone can, remember to like and subscribe. And sorry about Keys 5. I know. This is not what you wanted. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good day.